to cancer. Say that part again. No matter how much money you got, you is not immune to cancer. Shout out to Steve Jobs out here in these streets. Steve Jobs died of what? Was it prostate cancer too? What did Steve Jobs die from? Pancreatic cancer. Pancreatic cancer was Steve Jobs passed away from. Now they saying that our good president, our lab president, is suffering from a diagnosis of aggressive form of prostate cancer. Hmm? Old Joe Biden been diagnosed out here in these streets. Now Joe Biden's is what we would deem and consider a millionaire out here. Mm-hmm. Just could not duck and dodge some form of cancer. Let's see something else real quick. Oh, how y'all doing? I'm Willie Williams. Appreciate y'all for joining me. This is the Willie Williams Show. This is the 99 Nightly News Show on this wonderful Thursday, May the 22, 20 to 25. Glad that y'all still alive out here in these streets. Y'all let somebody know. Let somebody know. Damn it, I was just finna say something. I lost my mind. Well, I didn't lose my mind. But as y'all come on in and y'all go ahead on and hit the thumbs up button, the like button, share the love. Let people know we round here. We get billions. I do believe that billions is given to the cancer societies and the Cancer Network and the United Negro Cancer Fund and all that fly stuff right there. We still ain't beat cancer. Strange. It's been a century of people studying cancer and trying to beat cancer. It's been over a century. Century is like 100 years. Okay. I'm pretty sure that we've had over probably 2, 3 to 5,000 doctors, maybe 10,000 doctors, maybe 20,000 doctors who have been investigating and studying how to cure cancer. How much money have been given to cancer organizations since the beginning? They say 5 billion. Woo! The American Cancer Society since 1946. That's just the ACS has invested over $5 billion in cancer research. Wow. The V Foundation, since its founding, the V Foundation has invested nearly $400 million in cancer research. Global cancer research funding between 2016 and 2020 has been $24.5 billion was invested in cancer research worldwide, which the U.S. contribution or contributing to 56.3%. Got to be more careful. So since we're going to do like the worldwide, people have been searching for cures. Let's just go to I say 200,000 scientists and or doctors, I guess, whoever does the research, has been researching cures for cancer. You say, Willie, I believe cancer can be cured. It's a money-making game. Oh, yes. Everything, every disease has a cure, in my opinion. Every disease has a cure, in my opinion. We have had all type of outbreaks and all of this stuff. We had certain flus and all this stuff. For some reason, we have beat all of them. If I'm not mistaken, we have beat all of those outbreak things. We found vaccines and all type shit, right? For all of these things. Why we ain't got no cancer vaccines? Or do we have cancer vaccines? Let me ask before I, are there any cancer vaccines? yes, there are cancer vaccines. Oh, they talking about the HPV and the HBV. Those are, but those are cancers. Wait. There are cancer vaccines, and they are classified into two main types: preventative and therapeutic. Preventative vaccines, like those against the human papillomavirus virus, which is HPV, and or hepatitis B virus, which is HPV, target virus known to cause certain cancers, reducing the risk of developing those cancers. Therapeutic cancer vaccines, on the other hand, are designed to treat an existing cancer and reduce its potential to grow. Okay, so there is cancer vaccines. All right, bam. See, I had to say something, but then I was like, oh, I don't know for sure. Oh, so let me ask the most intelligent piece of equipment in my studio, which is my computer. I had to ask my AI or something, and I got me a good little answer right there. Shout out to Sanjay for the $10 super chat. He said, my boy just told me today that his father may have colon cancer. They found polyps. I think that's how you pronounce it. But he won't get checked out because he doesn't want anybody playing in his boot. That is so sad. That's so sad. And hold on. He's not the only one. This is why I made my little thing when I say players, prostate cancer is just a finger. This is why I have been doing that, to try and convince dudes it does not make you gay. It don't make you gay. I know a lot of us, we will not go ahead on and get our prostate checked because we do believe that if something enters the buttocks, then you is gay. That's just the belief of millions of men, in my opinion. A lot of men believe that if they get a finger in their rump and it may feel good, and then they believe that they will just turn gay. That's not true either. Just that who out here in 2025 is telling men, or who is shaming men for getting their prostate checked? I do understand that we believe this just because we believe it, and we have been believing this for years. But who out here is clowning the player for getting their prostate checked, and then after they get their prostate checked, tell them, you know you gay, right? You let somebody put their finger in your booty, so you know you gay, right? People will scare you out of saving your own life. And to a whole bunch of men who have this thought process, you are scaring yourself out of your own life. You shortening your life. Listen, we all gonna leave here. You say other men is clowning men, which listen. Y'all got to put those type of men on blast or something like that right there. If you get a finger in your booty for getting checked out for cancer, and they gonna tell you that you gay, well, here, watch it. Well, maybe we need to do it like this right here. If anybody would tell you that you gay for getting a finger in your buttock to check for cancer, if anybody tell you that you gay, you need to unassociate yourself with them. If they family, if they friends, they need to not be family and or friends anymore. If they co-workers, I do understand that it's difficult to stay away from those types of people, but do everything in your power to excommunicate yourself. You don't need that type of BS around you, because that's just stupid. That's really just stupid. A colonoscopy scope is about 6 foot long, and it goes all the way in you. Still not gay. They need to grow up. For real though. I don't know where that thought had came from, but as long as I can remember, probably since like my teenage years or something, if you get something stuck in your butt, if you let somebody put something in your booty, then you gay. Huh? It's a shame. It's really a shame, because now we in our 30s, we in our 40s, 50s, and 60s, and still have that same mindset. You still have that same mindset. which is kind of strange to me, especially for males, because of a lot of us play sports. Watch this. A lot of us play sports, and we had to all of the males who played sports, they had to get this one thing done, which was a physical. We all had to get physicals. And how we get our physicals is we drop trowel and we cough. How many of y'all know anything about that right there? You go to this doctor. The doctor he grabs your testicles and have you cough. And typically that doctor, that physician is a man. Do y'all understand that we don't call each other gay when we get that done? You had a man was grabbing your testicles, touching on you. We all line up for it though. We never thought to call each other gay. Somebody was actually grabbing on them now. Grabbing them. Never call each other gay. But a finger in your booty to check on cancer though, gay. Got it. And y'all dumbass, and y'all so grown. Y'all such alpha males, and y'all leaders and shit. And y'all still with that same thought process of you gonna be gay. It's crazy. Yes, my boy is gonna try and get him to go to the specialist. The doctor recommended. Got to do something, man. Got to do something. If we're gonna do any shaming, to men, we need to shame men about leaving their children. That's how you need to shame the males in your family. You mean to tell me that you're not finna go get checked out because you have this certain thought process and you're just going to end up dying way ahead of your time and leaving your children behind? That's how y'all need to talk to them. And leaving your children behind? You gonna leave your children behind. You gonna leave your little la-la, your wife, your significant other behind because you have this thought in your mind, knowing that you solid, knowing that you heterosexual. You was afraid that you gonna just turn gay. I'm trying to help. I have been in conversations with dudes. They ain't going down there to get that shit done. Why? For what? And I was doing these conversations back in our 30s. Well, in my 30s. With dudes who was in their 30s then. Y'all do know that they're still in their 40s? Same thought process. So you would rather die. Do you know what's crazy though? After you get your prostate check, you know that you ain't got to tell nobody that you got your prostate check. You don't have to tell your partners that you got your prostate check. You know, because that's medical and it's personal. You don't have to tell anybody anything. Oh, I know what the problem is. You're not so much concerned of your peers calling you gay for getting it done. You're more concerned of you believing that you will be gay. Well, if any of you players got those types of thoughts, I want y'all to ask the question. You have to ask this question to yourself because this is a self thing. Why do you believe that? Why do you believe that? We always got to ask the question why. Why is a beautiful thing. Ask that question. Why do I believe if I get a finger stuck in my booty by somebody else that I'm gay? And then a lot of times we don't even think, as children when we was coming up, a lot of us had to get enemas for constipation and stuff like that, right? Your mama stuck a suppository in your buttocks. Yeah. You still turned out heterosexual. Yep. So ladies, the one thing that I want y'all to groom. I'm beneath y'all to groom manipulate your man to get his prostate checked and keep reminding him, baby, that don't make you gay. That makes you, should I use the word intelligent? That makes you like smart. You really using your logic. You say Willie man bashing. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to teach right now. Ladies, a lot of y'all can really watch this. And I do understand that you would be taking a chance that your man might go out and tiptoe out and go out on to grab something else. But if you really care about your man, if you really love your man, and he talking that crap about I ain't getting my prostate check and all that right there, tell him that there's no sex. I care about you that much that I'm willing to not give you some monkey and take a risk of you going out there smashing somebody else because I care about you that much that I want you to go ahead on and get your prostate checked. Say, men shaming men for trying to be healthy is wrong as hell. That's a fact. That's a fact, but that just lets us here know that a lot of us males is not mature. We grown as hell out here in these streets now. We 34 to 56, grown. But we shaming men for getting a finger in their booty. Well, players, is it still gay if your physician is a woman? Because I know a lot of y'all is thinking that y'all physician is a man and they ain't finna have no man put no finger in my booty. Would you feel better if your physician was a female? And then think about it. If you would feel better that your physician is a female, what you all can try at home. Let your woman try it out on you. Let your woman try to touch prostate. I know you don't want her to think that you like it and that you now gay. I do understand. But if you got that type of woman who care about your health, she would understand that it's a difficult thing for you to just jump out there and just do because of your belief. I'm trying to help. You is more comfortable with your little la-la. You should be more comfortable with your little la-la than any other person on the planet. Because typically if y'all gonna stay together and y'all gonna get old together, y'all gonna have to take care of each other. Somebody gonna be wiping somebody's booty. And then to actually get your booty clean, in case y'all don't know, you got to go in your booty just a little bit to make sure that it's clean. If you as an adult is not already putting a little bit of your finger inside your buttocks to clean your eye, you ain't clean. And say nope, she gonna tell everybody. It's a damn shame. But you have some that will. He wanted me to play in his booty and all that right there. I wanted it. But I think that we know those types of, we know if we is in a relationship with those types of females. I think we should know if we is in a relationship with a female who is not all the way mature. We should know. I think we should know. Yeah, y'all said the pat on the back. Y'all have made over 100. Appreciate that right there with 100 thumbs up. Shout out to Hidden Hills for the $2 cash. Say today my birthday. Happy birthday to Hidden Hills. Congratulations. They made a whole nother year. Remember to do exactly what you want to do. Don't do what other people want you to do. It's all about you. Be selfish. Be real selfish. I know they tell us that selfish is not a good thing to do. Selfish is really good on your day because you did everything in your power to still be alive for a whole nother year. That's what's up, and wish you many more happy birthday. That's what I'm talking about. And listen, players, if y'all want to have more birthdays, get your prostates checked. If you want to have a lot more birthdays, get y'all prostate checked. Now, I do understand that there is some people, some players who have had orgasms. I understand. Get your prostate checked. I do understand that we have this thing of a man shouldn't be having an orgasm with another man in the room. I get it. If it's just two men in the room, nope, none one of y'all should be having an orgasm. I understand. You have to take one for the team on this one right here. Just do it once and don't tell nobody. Just like a whole bunch of people have tried homosexuality, but they just done it once and they ain't tell nobody. And look how their life turned out. They're just fine. Say it didn't care what sex my doctor was. That's good. That's good right there. Shout out to Jermaine for the $1 cash app. You say doing real good with my cancer. That's what's up. Take care of that cancer. Listen, if y'all got cancer, take care of your cancer. Do everything in your power. Especially, listen, I know the doctors, they is just out here practicing. They really don't know how to cure shit. They is in cahoots with the pharmaceutical companies. If you have not done your studies on cancers and stuff like that right there, if you have not done your research once you get a certain type of cancer, I would advise for all y'all to spend, I would say, the majority of your time studying that type of cancer that you have, because you can find out, or you will find out eventually, that it can be cured. I'm going to say, in my opinion, we on YT, and y'all know how they be get. Y'all know how they get out here in these streets. I don't want to put anything out there false according to Google. But I do believe that you can cure yourself of all diseases. I truly do. Say, Willie, they are afraid, thinking they have to be tooted up, and they back tooted up with their back like a woman in labor. Yeah. Man, just put your legs up in the air and shit like that right there, or bend over and look back at it. Man, listen, it ain't like y'all think it is, man. It ain't like y'all think it is. Got to be more careful. You say you got to try it twice to know if it's for you. Dr. Umar said 3 times. Oh, yeah. You got to try something 3 times out here, man. Shout out to Ed Hills for the $2 cash shot. Say, thanks, for getting me through hard times. 7 years, which, you lying to me. I appreciate that right there. That's what I'm talking about, man. Listen, man, let's go ahead on and get into a little something, man. It was just on my heart, so I had to go ahead on and put it on out here, especially when you said something about your old boy. Especially when you said something about your old boy, because I do understand. I do understand the thought process of us men who don't want to be gay affiliated. Just don't want to be accused gay or nothing. Just don't, You was better off saying that you got like an STD out here before you want somebody to accuse you of being homosexual. I do get it. But hey, it's our life. It's your life. Get yourself checked. Listen, moving right along. We going on down here to the great state of Florida. My state, stand your ground state, bitch, go home state. Please don't run up. We in Fifth Hour Life State. We got a situation. We got one of our Russian brothers. One of our Russian fathers. One of our Russian fathers is facing charges because he caught on camera beating his 2-year-old daughter. We play too much. But it's on camera, though. I'm not making it up. Y'all pay attention. Here we go.
Father facing child abuse charges after he's caught on camera dragging and shaking his own daughter.
Concerned neighbors calling the cops. Local 10's Christian De La Rosa is live in Sunny Isles Beach with the disturbing video. Christian.
And that's important to note, Nicole. The only reason this video came to light was because at least one person at this condo building decided to speak up. Again, we want to warn our viewers, this video is disturbing to watch.
So one person wasn't minding their own business. Go ahead.
It started by the pool. The grown man seen pulling the baby's hair, and it gets worse. He drops the child and kicks her, grabs her, and drags her. The man dropping the toddler a second time and a third time, violently shaking the little girl.
I've seen people treat dogs this way, and you're outraged.
Sunny Isles police officers say an anonymous tipster called them to the La Perla condos on Collins Avenue Tuesday and showed them the surveillance video. The accused abuser, 37-year-old Andrei Sebastianov, the victim, his 2-year-old daughter.
Dang.
Officers say he resisted as they took him into custody. Sebastianov facing a judge and his
He
charge
got on them speedos. Playoff.
Wednesday afternoon.
Later, he's violently shaking the child, causing her head to uncontrollably snap back and forth several times.
He did speak to us post Miranda. He acknowledged doing it. He basically did not give a reason. What he said was that the video looks terrible, but it's not the whole story.
The video. The video looks okay. I understand how the video looks. But that ain't even much of the whole story, dog. Y'all have no idea what the 2-year-old did to him.
Difficult to think of what part of any story would justify what we see in the video. Video, which police say was shown to the little girl's mother. She was reportedly horrified. That young victim was taken to Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital to get checked out. At last check, she appears to be okay. Her father and accused abuser is in jail tonight. Live in Sunny Isles.
Right. It's they told you the videos don't get a whole story. For real though, man. We don't know what happened before all that right there. Now I know how the video depicts him as being like an unsafe father out here, but
It started by the pool.
right here.
The grown man seen pulling the baby's hair.
Because it's possible he told her rest your nerves right here, but she want to keep her head back and say daddy, all that little fly shit. Put your goddamn head back. Come on now. So that was possibly the 2-year-old fault. I don't.
And it
Think
gets
about it.
worse. He drops the child.
What if she slipped? Huh? What if as he was coming in, he lost grip or something, or she just shook loose or something? I don't know.
And kicks her. Grab
He ain't kick her like that, man. Don't. He put his foot on to make sure like she was like alive. Look.
and kicks her. Grabs
You good?
her
Hey,
and
listen.
drags her. Drops the child and kicks her.
Ay.
Grabs her and drags her. The man drops.
What if that's just how like they play? What if like they just play like that? Like he grabbed her and he dragged her. What if she liked to be dragged? Go ahead.
Grabs her and drags her. The man dropping the toddler a second time and a third
How else is he gonna push the elevator button? Damn, pimp.
toddler a second time and a third time, violently shaking the little girl.
I think she slipped out his hands right here though. Yeah.
And a
no.
third time, violently shaking.
Don't believe your lying eyes. Do not believe your lying eyes. You say like. You say he pulled a ditty in the casket.
Time, violently shaking the little girl.
Now, do y'all know that you can't shake a woman like that? It's a crime. It so make no damn sense.
Seen people treat dogs this way, and
Peter get on that. Yeah, they ain't playing.
you're outraged.
Sunny Isles police officers say an
Blame the mama. I should blame the mama.
anonymous tipster called them to the La Perla condos
To La Perla. La Perla. I like that. La Perla. Perla. You got the rope. Perla. Perla. See, I told y'all I'm a little Cuban too. Go ahead, though.
on Collins Avenue Tuesday and showed them the surveillance video. The accused abuser, 37-year-old Andrei Sebastianov, the victim, his 2-year-old daughter. Officers
What if she aggravating though, dog? Like, listen, we gotta stop acting like all children is good. Then all children ain't good. There's some children that's aggravating as hell out here in these streets, but
say he resisted as they took him into
y'all snatched him out the room in his speedos though, dog.
custody. Sebastianov
Y'all ain't give him no time to put on no pants.
facing a judge
And then y'all arrested him and took him outside, put him in the police car in the speedo. The dignity. Y'all was supposed to give a player some dignity and let him put on some pants or something real quick. some short pants, some swimming trunk. Well, he got on Speedo, so it probably was a swimming trunk.
And his charges Wednesday afternoon.
And he little. he little, too. Woo, boy, them boys gonna be upset with you when you get down where they gonna take you at. He say his ass need to be in jail. Oh, he going. Oh, yeah. Yeah, regardless of what we say, he down there already. Believe that.
Later, he's violently shaking the child, causing her head to uncontrollably snap back and forth several times.
He did speak to us post Miranda. He acknowledged doing it. He basically did not give a reason. What he said was that the video looks terrible, but it's not the whole story.
It's not the whole story. That's what's up. Listen, if any of you players is on camera doing something that we deem disturbing or something like that right there, make sure that you say, hey, the video ain't catch every goddamn thing now. Hold on. It ain't what you think. Move right along. I ain't gonna get much on you. Daddy of the year. I don't shake the hell out that goddamn baby boy. Y'all gotta tell your children to be, hey. Now you gonna be spending time with your daddy now. Your daddy ain't your mama. I think we gotta tell these children that your daddy ain't your mama. Mama gonna let you get away with some fly shit. Your daddy though. Your daddy don't play. Daddy say shut up. Daddy say sit down. That's what daddy mean. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. We got a student who is an adult. We have an adult who decided to become a student again. A matter of fact, I don't want to use this one because they might flag me for this one. So I'm going to click on this one and we can use this one right here. Wait for the commercial to go by. Then I'm going to go ahead on and cut it on. Listen, if y'all just not coming on in here for the doggone news, we're also streaming live on rumble.com, The Willie Williams Show, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show, twitter.com, The Willie Williams Show. Let me go back to Twitch, twitch.tv.com, The Willie Williams Show at 253 follows, trying to get up to 255 follows. Can't do it without you good people, you good fly people. I'm going to see y'all at the gate. Remember, I need your likes. If I don't see your likes now, don't expect me to like y'all when y'all get to the gate. Just saying something. Shout out to our Dawson Trap for the $5 super chat. He said that's the same judge that told me getting drugged and robbed to be more careful. Say F them niggas. F for real though. Free my dog. My dog get on up out of here. They be talking all slick to a player. Anyway. We got one. We have a Pearisburg schools. At a Pearisburg school, a adult pretending to be a student has been attending classes since January. Now I gotta ask y'all a question because we have done multiple stories about females who have pretended to be teenagers to go to school with them. What do y'all think the number one motivation is for adults to pretend to be students? I think the number one motivation is, in my mind, that while they was in school, they wasn't getting picked like that. And because now they're in their 20s, they got some going for themselves. They may look better than they did when they was teenagers and stuff. And I think that they just want to go back so they can smash as many people as they can. And in my mind, why wouldn't you? Like that. That truly need to be the sole purpose of you going back to high school and pretending, because at your age you should have just a little bit more game than the younger folk. So when you get around them, you need to be participating in all the little pool parties and everything. Your game need to be tight. You just, hey, you say to try and hunt a high school student. Yeah, we got one. Here you go.
Hello, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
What's your name, man?
I'm Tony. Anthony.
Anthony?
Yeah.
What last name?
Lavrador.
Okay. All right, can you step up for me, man?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, top down.
You guys?
Yeah, you just take your phone.
Yeah.
Turn around. Back.
Some community members are calling it a shocking and disturbing story tonight out of Pearisburg. A Venezuelan man is accused of posing as a student at the high school for more than a year. WTOL 11 received this police body cam footage a couple of hours ago, showing Anthony Emmanuel Labrador Sierra getting arrested yesterday.
School district leaders told parents in an email today and said they are working with police. The man was arraigned in Perrysburg Municipal Court this afternoon.
And Melissa Andrews, she has been digging into this story for us. So Mel, how is this possible?
Well, Perrysburg police say 24-year-old Anthony Emmanuel Labrador Sierra here used fraudulent documents to enroll in the school district, staying with a family who took him in. He's now in jail for felony forgery. According to a Perrysburg police report, Labrador Sierra contacted Perrysburg schools on November 1st, 2023, saying he wanted to enroll. He said he was a homeless immigrant from Venezuela who was a victim of human trafficking. He started as a student in January of 2024 using a birth certificate from Venezuela, which stated he was born in 2007. Police say a Perrysburg family who had housed exchange students took him in as guardians and got him a social security number and driver's license. The family was contacted by a woman last week who said Labrador Sierra was the father of her child. They alerted Perrysburg
This boy is a baby daddy. Go ahead.
schools, which contacted police, opening a fraud case with help from U.S. Customs and Border Protection and ICE. We talked to State Rep Haraz Gambari, who represents District 75 there in Perrysburg, and believes part of the investigation could look into who knew what and when.
Who knows if other individuals within the school or within the community knew that this individual was here under alleged false pretenses. As that investigation progresses, I'm sure we will learn that. And if that comes to be the case in which someone knew that this individual was here illegally, allegedly, or was allegedly under false pretenses to enter our school, then I'm sure that there will be more law enforcement investigations into that and swift action to hold those individuals accountable.
Labrador Sierra was arrested on I-75, as you saw, during that traffic stop by Perrysburg Township Police yesterday. He pleaded not guilty to felony forgery and is being held on $50,000 bond. Perrysburg police say his work visa expired in 2023. The same year, he reached out to the school district to enroll. I also called the Perrysburg couple who hosted him. They said no comment.
No comment. Shout out to T. Lee for the $2 super chat. He said he identified as a student. Hey.
Kaylee?
Melissa, there are a lot of
He was just 24.
agencies involved in this bizarre case. You just heard back from one that suggests Sierra may not be a criminal at all, but instead a victim.
And Anthony Emmanuel Labrador Sierra. People like this right here, they had 2 social security numbers, but he claimed to be homeless and stuff like that right there. His visa had done expired, so we was able to go ahead and get him a social security number. We got him a whole number and an ID.
Yeah, there are 2 sides to this. Advocating Opportunity is a local nonprofit which represents trafficking victims in legal matters.
So you see how he was able to claim to have been human trafficked, the same way that females claim to be human trafficked. Huh? You see how this thing works?
They tell me they are handling Labrador Sierra's asylum application. The organization's founder tells me, quote, "Nothing in our possession leads us to believe he is anything other than a 17-year-old victim of human trafficking." I'll have more from her on this legal process tomorrow.
So people can just tell y'all that they is human trafficked. People can just tell y'all, I'm being sex trafficked, and it just is what it is, huh? He should have smashed as many of them as he could. Damn it, I'm just telling you the truth. I'm just telling you my true thought right now. He should just smash as many as he doggone could. Yeah, I'm being human trafficked. And did you fight back? You got to be careful who you get involved with. They could be human trafficking. Why ain't nobody telling that right there? Shout out to T. Lee for the $5 super chat. He say maybe he had to drop out and just wanted to finish what he had done started. Bam. He say, Willie, can you explain why everybody ain't getting into the gate? He say, I don't think some people understand. Because listen, because they do believe. People really believe that they can follow all of the rules of the word. Just ain't gonna happen. It just ain't gonna happen. Every single day, y'all do this thing called sin. Every single day. a lot of y'all be saying, please forgive me for my sins while continuing to do the sins. So when you say forgive me, it don't even much matter because you continue to do your sins. A lot of y'all is not walking, the majority of people is not walking in the way that the Lord wants you to walk. Your ass ain't getting in. I know, but Willie, all you need is the mustard seed. You just need the mustard seed of belief. Yup. Yup. That's what's up. I ain't gonna even argue with you. That's what's up. See you at the gate. See you at the gate. See you at the gate. I'm just saying though. Move right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. We got what was it right? An 11-year-old. You lying to me? Maybe 11. Grab it right there. Oh, I got one for you. Oh, this is a good one. This is a short one. This one is real good. Hold on. We have a man, baby. He is a man. We have a man who has now been sentenced to 30 years for killing his pregnant wife and stabbing his children. I know the first question that you have, and the first question that you should always have is, why? What did they do? What they're going to explain to you right now. Here we go.
Delaware County man who admitted to stabbing his pregnant wife to death and also seriously injuring his 2 young daughters has been sentenced to 30 years in prison. 33-year-old Drew Garnier pled guilty to manslaughter and 2 counts of assault in March. On September 4th, Garnier stabbed his wife Samantha and their 2 children inside their home on Houck Road in Masonville. Samantha died while the girls suffered significant injuries. Delaware County District Attorney Sean Smith says he agreed to the plea bargain that took a potential life sentence off the table so as to spare the young girls the hardship of having to testify against their father during a trial. During victim impact statements, Samantha's father reportedly told the court that Garnier attacked his family because he was upset at having daughters when he wanted to have a son. The grandfather has since adopted the girls, and an order of no contact was issued, lasting until the year 2056.
He knocked off his pregnant wife and stabbed his 2 children, which was daughters. He did all of this because he wanted a son. See, he found out that she was pregnant with another girl. Say, oh, hell no, I don't like these bitches like this right here. I want a boy. Players say, I want a boy. Can't believe this right here, but believe it. A lot of people have reasons of why they knocking off certain people and stuff like that right there. And he's 30. It's a hard 30, pimp. That's a hard 30. He say he had female fatigue. He say adopt the son. He want his sperm to create him a little boy. And he's sick of it. Got to be. And of course, he's wrong. He should have not killed his wife and stabbed his children. Of course not. Of course not. But what do you do when you want a son, though? Should he have went down to the fraternity clinic or something like that right now? He should have probably went down to the fraternity clinic. But then, deep down, he would have known that it wasn't his. Unless they use his sperm and link it up with a... I don't know how they be picking them out. Shout out to Quicken Dude for the $2 super chat. Say, what's good? Willie say, let him go. Say he had postpartum. That's a good defense right there. That's a good defense right there, because when you is in the house with none but females, man, it's hard on you out here. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Got to be more careful. Shout out to Tony for the $5 super chat. He say, what it do? Say the 505 is around here. He say, starting a 4-day weekend. Happy Thursday. Oh, yeah. Because a lot of people is off tomorrow, and Monday is Memorial Day. It's the day that we memorialize people. The barbecue and the beach day. You know, that's pretty much it right there. Barbecue and beach. That means water. A lot of y'all need to go out on and get in some water. A lot of y'all who ain't washing and cleaning properly need to go out to the beach and sit in the sand. Sit your booty in the sand and let little dirt get all up in you and go to the water and wrench it off. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta do something different, but soak your body in that ocean water, something like that right there. He don't touch his lip. Oh, him don't look right. Oh, I'm looking at something. Hold on. Let's go on.
We're Phoenix Energy.
Buddy don't. Buddy look a little different than other people. Hold on. Like a real problem. Wait. I'm looking at something. I'm trying to see something. Let me go ahead and put it up on the screen for you good people. Let's see what we got. What is this story about? A man who targeted assisted living residents is arrested in the elderly attack. So this dude who is coming in, they saying that he's a stalker. He's a stalker. So that's all that I know. That's all I'm privy to right now. Here we go.
Police say he's a serial stalker who preyed on the elderly. After weeks of attacks, his bold behavior.
Told y'all he look a little different than the rest of us. Go ahead.
On the elderly. After weeks of attacks, his bold behavior becomes his downfall.
Here is that suspect being walked into the Orange County Jail. He's accused of attacking 2 elderly women over the past few weeks. Thanks for joining us. I'm Marlisa Goldsmith. And I'm Luann Sorrell. He was arrested last night after allegedly lurking around an assisted living facility. Deputies say this all started back on April 15th when 26-year-old Derek O'Hill tried to sexually assault a 76-year-old woman in the Orwin Manor neighborhood. Then, 2 weeks later, they say he tried to do the same thing to a 90-year-old woman at the Harbor Chase Assisted Living Facility in Dr. Phillips.
Damn. And in case y'all don't know, Dr. Phillips area, they got that paper around there. But the first one was 77, and the other one was like in the 90s. What does he see in these women? Like, what do they have in common? Ain't that what women be out here saying when older players be dating the younger women? Well, what do they have in common? Well, what did he have in common with the 77-year-old and the 90-something-year-old? Huh? Do he know them? Has they been solicited?
And that is where Fox 35's Caroline Coles is live tonight. So, Caroline, deputies say that victim actually helped them find the suspect.
That's right. Good evening to you both. She was adamant that the person who did this to her was captured immediately. And deputies, officials, people investigating this said they did not rest until they found out who did this.
Say he hates his grandma.
It was a quiet night at the senior living facility in Dr. Phillips until a 90-year-old woman allegedly saw a man standing in her closet. Deputies say she was watching Jeopardy when the man exposed himself, pushed her to the floor, and tried to undress her.
You cannot push an elderly sister down on the hard ground. We break bones when you do that. You can't do you know how fragile a hip is at 77 or 90?
But she fought back and he ran.
You soft. You don't let a 77 or a 90-year-old fight back. I can't take you serious. Shout out to Maze Amusing Photos. I appreciate that right there for the $10 cash out. Say the best news station on the planet. I appreciate that. Here we go.
She crawled to her bathroom and pulled her emergency cord. It allegedly took 20 minutes for a staff member to respond. And
you let her get to the emergency cord?
Call 911. That was on April 29th. When deputies showed up, the suspect was gone. And for weeks, they searched for him.
See, I was watching MASH and he got on top of me.
The victim in this case was incredibly helpful.
And on May 20th, they arrested 26-year-old Derek O'Hill, who they say confessed to this attack.
The
26, a 77 and a 90-year-old.
Sheriff's officer.
Yeah, 20 minutes. Somebody need to get sued. The Dr. Phillips little spot finna get sued. Believe that.
Received another call for a suspicious person at the Brookdale assisted living facility based off of the amount of times that the subject had been seen at that location or possibly seen at that location. Deputy.
So you couldn't talk up on no 77-year-old monkey or no 90-year-old monkey?
He's made a expedited response.
Investigators say Hill had been spotted near the Brookdale Senior Center just 2 miles away from Harbor Chase.
So when deputies arrived on scene, they saw him on property, attempted to make contact with him, but he took flight upon sight of them, tried to run. Short foot pursuit ensued, and then he was eventually secured.
Once in custody, deputies brought Hill in for questioning. That's when they realized he was also a suspect in another case where a 76-year-old woman was attacked in her home in Orlando.
No elderly person should have to live in fear that they're going to be attacked in their home.
Let me talk to our elderly sisters, because when you, like if you in your 70s now, in my mind, you did have a husband. You know what I'm saying? Because like 7 years ago, you was raised better than these ones who was raised now to believe that they can do it on their own, and they gonna be all right without a man. See, you 70-something years old, you grew up to where y'all needed a man, and the belief system was, damn it, men and women supposed to work together. That's what's up. So if y'all is 77 and like your man done perished and left earth or something like that, you got to pick you up something else fresh, baby. Listen, to all y'all 70s and your loved ones, damn it, your husband done died. You better be out there shopping. Do not stay at the crib by yourselves, man.
No less. So when we get these types of cases, we will investigate them to every extent possible.
Now, deputies tell me that the suspect is now facing charges in both cases. Meanwhile, they're urging families just to always stay alert no matter where.
Do you know how much women in their 70s, hell, women in their 90s, right, love these things called compliments, especially from a young player. A compliment, you call it a little sexy or something. Oh, let how you will. You got. Ooh, she said, baby, I'm old enough to be your great-great-grandma. What? Can't nobody know down there. How old is you? I'm 77. Shh. You lying to me. Oh, God, don't make them like they used to, baby. Ooh, baby, I can come around your house, cut your hedges and shit. We can watch Jeopardy together. Or MASH. I'm just saying. Y'all got to know how to hustle. Go ahead.
You're at. Reporting live tonight in Orange County, I'm Caroline Coles, Fox 35 News.
Caroline, thank you. And as we just told you, that suspect is also accused of trying to sexually attack a 76-year-old woman in Orlando last month. That attack happened 2 weeks before Harvard Chase. After those two attacks, deputies say Hill was seen at Brookdale Assisted Living Facility in the Dr. Phillips area 3 times.
You say, but 90 though. Let me explain something to you. They got this stuff that even teenagers and like early people in their teens using. KY jelly. Go ahead.
They say he was hanging around the area, and staff found him walking around inside that facility as well. Brookdale says no residents or staff were harmed. But they did send us a statement reading in part, quote, "We are grateful for the quick action of our staff and by the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Incidents like this are unsettling, and we take them very seriously. The safety and well-being of our residents and staff remain our highest priority."
We always got to put out a good little statement or something like you say my old babies watch Three's Companies with me. Let me. Three's Company. Listen, I was just watching Three's Company. I think it was like a month or two ago. I watched it from the beginning. Do y'all know how much sexual speech was in Three's Company? I was like, oh snap. And what else is crazy? Hold on, because one of them had like a booty back then, and they was all white women. But I'm saying this here to say, damn it, I'm pushing the wrong buttons. Like I'm on this screen over here. What was that thing right there? It made you think. It made me be like, what was the lady's name? Oh, all right. Oh, that was Suzanne Summers. And they didn't like have like no booties and nothing like that right there. Joyce DeWitt. But they were slim. They was having real sexual content in this show. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't pick up on this stuff back in the days. And that's what made them like sexy. Shout out to our Lighter Hue sisters who ain't had no rump back in the days, who was considered sexy. You like, they ain't even had no booties, but they was sexy. Y'all got to go back and watch these old shows. Now, speaking of like the old shows, yeah. Somebody in their 70s, they know about Three's Companies, MASH, Murder, She Wrote, Matlock. I watch all that little fly shit just in case. You know what I'm saying? A 90-year-old, she watch all them stuff. The hell, she might watch like the Duke. She might watch the Duke. A little Clint Eastwood, hang 'em high. You know what I'm saying? You got to watch stuff like that with the older folk, man. But see, but this is when you is informed. This is when you is informed about a whole bunch of things. That way you can have a whole conversations with a lot of people when you is informed. With a whole bunch of different generations out here in these streets. You say Walker, Texas Ranger, some MacGyver out here, man. All the Westerns. Have y'all sat back and watched like some old school Westerns? You will actually enjoy your day. You will actually be like, the world ain't as violent. Do y'all understand when Westerns was out, the world wasn't as violent as it is now? Strange, ain't it? That's strange. You say, is it Joyce DeWitt or Joyce Do It? I think it's Joyce DeWitt. Joyce DeWitt. DeWitt, the D-E-W. The D-E-W out here in these streets. You say Janet was a slim thick. Yeah. And it's like, yo, man, when y'all go back and watch these shows, even the shows that had black women in it, people wasn't like fat. Like it was rare. Like it was really rare. The women on TV, they had to have like this certain shape. And I appreciate them for having the certain shapes out here in these streets. Moving right along, I ain't gonna much hold you. I'm finna show y'all something that I thought that we had ourselves something, but they really, really disappointed me. But I said I'm gonna go ahead on and make this a title of the show just to make a point. I'm just gonna make a point. There's 2 women who helped the escapees escape. Listen to the story that they're gonna give us about the 2 women who we finding out who had to help the escapees. Watch this.
And now to new developments this afternoon in that ongoing manhunt for the remaining inmates who escaped last week from the Orleans Parish Jail. State police just announcing the arrests of 2 women accused of aiding those escapees. 32-year-old Courtney Harris of New Orleans and 38-year-old Corvante Baptiste.
32 and 38. I don't know, but somebody look older than they should.
Baptiste of Slidell are charged with accessory after the fact. Investigators say the pair helped some of the fugitives after their escape. As reporter Ryan Chandler shows us, this news comes just hours after the arrest of a 5th escaped inmate.
Stop. From start to where I just stopped, that was 32 seconds. But for him to get to where he said there is accessories after the fact, hold on.
The fugitives after their escape.
After their escape. That was from start to 26 seconds. This video is 2 minutes and 43 seconds long. We at 26 minutes. The reason I just stopped to say all this right here, because everything else that they finna show us, we've already seen. Do y'all understand that they is not giving us no details of, okay, how did they help after the fact? What is their backgrounds, huh? Have they ever been in trouble? And is one of them related? Or do they have, or have they had any sexual transactions or anything? They ain't telling us nothing. They was just accessories after the fact.
Investigators say the pair helped some of the fugitives after their escape. As reporter Ryan
Help them how?
Chandler shows us, this news comes just hours after the arrest of a 5th escaped inmate.
Overnight. We saw the 5th. Now watch this. They is also finna show us him again. They finna show us the man again.
An inside job. On Tuesday, investigators arresting jail maintenance worker Sterling Williams.
They gave us more information about him than they did about 2 women who helped 10 people, or some of the 10, escape.
Who they say helped the inmates escape. According to the arrest affidavit, Williams told investigators one of the inmates threatened to shank him.
You see all this? All this they gave us about him, though.
And directed him to turn off the water in a cell. They say Williams complied, and 10 men were able to crawl out of this hole behind a toilet and
so what did the women do? That's all I want to know.
Run free. Williams is now facing 10 counts of principal to simple escape and 1 count of malfeasance in office.
Y'all see his charges, though, right? Those are his charges. What is the women's charges? Accessory after the fact. That's it.
This investigation is still on.
I don't even want to hear no more. I'm just saying, I don't like how they did it. I don't like what they doing.
Ongoing investigation, and so there could be more arrests that will follow.
Law enforcement's also sending a message to those who may be helping the men hide.
You can either choose prison, because we are going to catch you and charge you, or you can cooperate.
Now, with half of the escapees recaptured and all expected in custody at a maximum security prison in Angola, Louisiana.
I don't like none of this right here. Let me get this shit off my screen because it's pissing me off. It's upsetting me. This is really, really upsetting. Why don't we have more information on them two ladies? Huh? Matter of fact, let me try a little something real quick. How can I copy that, paste that, slide that, push that, hit that? Let's see what else I got up here. You say, Willie, ABC World News yesterday said that one of the women gave some food and the other woman gave clothes. See, now, why didn't they just say that? Why didn't they just say that? Hold up. New Orleans employees, this is a one day helping, two arrested for help. Okay, so this is on the live from yada yada yada. 2 people arrested in the jail escape. Let's see about these little 22 seconds.
Several escaped New Orleans inmates are still fugitives, but 2 people accused of aiding inmates were arrested Wednesday. Courtney Harris is accused of transporting 2 escapees, while Corvante Baptiste allegedly helped get food for Corey Boyd while he was in hiding.
Her name is Corvante. Corvante. Hold on. Let's try to read some of this. Allegedly transporting 2 escapees still on the run. So that means that she need to have life in prison, and allegedly helped facilitate getting food for Corey Boyd, who was captured. She should have life in jail too, right? Y'all know that they not finna get a long time in jail for helping and abating. Helping escapees. Y'all do know. I have not seen the case. I don't believe that I have saw a case or I have reported on a case to where women has helped escapees and they actually get time. Like a lot of time. I am not talking about 1 to 3 years. That's petty. They need to be doing life because they have been told, and we all know that it is illegal to help escapees. Yeah, they just might get a little time served. This is how we treat women.
He helped get food for Corey Boyd while he was in hiding. The Louisiana State Police said Wednesday former fugitive Boyd was transported by helicopter to a secure facility after being caught Tuesday night.
They had to put on a spit mask on him. He probably tutui. Yep.
Crime Stoppers of New Orleans says community members are tipping off police.
I immediately contacted the FBI.
One Uber driver told affiliate WDSU he believes he unknowingly gave another inmate a ride. He says a woman requested the ride, but a man got in.
What alarmed me was when he got in, most passengers, they greet you after I greet them. He didn't say anything.
A maintenance worker at the jail was arrested Tuesday. He's accused of assisting in the inmate's escape, according to a search warrant affidavit. He told investigators he turned off water in the cell from which the suspects fled. Council members demanded answers about system failures.
That's incredibly concerning that their very basic level of technology to keep the facility secure and to have an understanding when things go wrong is not there.
I take full accountability for this failure.
One inmate at the jail from where the prisoners escaped says since the escape, the jail has gone into lockdown.
Deputies, they're fighting against each other because they don't know who was involved, and they're also fighting against the inmates that are still here.
I'm Sherelle Hubbard reporting.
So everybody fighting against everybody because everybody don't know who was involved. Now, I'm pretty sure that some of the officers have questioned, asked inmates for answers, lawfully asked inmates for answers. If you know anything, say something, and they allow the inmates to come forward. They just ask pleasantly, do you know anything about what happened? Or if you know anything, you can go ahead on and tell us. So they just been behind bars just fighting and stuff like that because they need answers. They really do need answers. But it's strange that they is not really standing strong on them 2 women. We need to know more about them 2 women. This is what we need to know. We know about the dude who, damn it, if you don't cut a little water off, I'm going to shank shit out you. We got that. He's a man. We understand he's going to get the majority of the time. Get it. Got it. We shouldn't hear no more about Buddy. We need to hear everything about these doggone women. Mm-hmm. But we don't want to hold women responsible like that. We really, really don't. Moving right along. I ain't going to much hold you. We got a teacher. We're going to keep us a teacher. We're going to keep us a teacher. Do y'all understand? I think that I have been doing teacher stories every day this week. And some for last week, too, if I'm not mistaken. I think every time it comes close to the end of the year, the numbers of teacher stories, it go up. And I be thinking because of the kids maybe is about to graduate or something, or the summer is coming, so like the communication, it can fall off or something like that, and people, they just trying to spend as much time as possible before the summer comes. But we have this one is kind of funny to me. We have a Highland Park teacher who is charged with sexual assault of a student. All right, regular stuff.
But we begin this Monday afternoon with some breaking news from Highland Park. A former teacher facing serious allegations. 29-year-old Vincent Weaver has been arrested and charged with sexual assault. It's yet another disturbing case of children possibly being preyed on. Thank you for joining us. I'm Glenda Lewis.
And I'm Simon Shaquette. The former teacher arrested was in the fine arts classroom at George Washington Carver Academy. He was also a dance coach there.
Yeah, 7 News Detroit reporter Randy Wimbley joins us live with new information and what families need to know. Randy.
Hey guys, strangely enough, this teacher was actually on suspension and off the job when the allegations came to light. Police say that the school disciplined that teacher for an incident that happened here in which a sex toy fell out of his work bag. 2 weeks later, the student and their family came forward with those allegations.
He got caught up because his sex toy fell out of his bag. Players, what is we doing with sex toys in our bags?
Vincent Weaver seemed unfazed as he was arraigned on criminal sexual conduct charges in Highland Park Monday afternoon. The former teacher accused of engaging in sexual acts with a student between the ages of 10 and 12 years old.
Woo! Is we in elementary?
Some of them allegedly happening on school grounds.
We understand the seriousness of the charges. My client maintains his innocence.
Weaver was a fine arts teacher at George Washington Carver Academy and also served as a coach of the school's dance team. The school fired Weaver earlier this month. Davion Johnson says Weaver was his younger sister's teacher.
I've been telling my mama for years, like, Ma, he weird, Ma, watch that man.
Come on.
He been my little sister's dance teacher. She was like 6th, 5th grade, and I've been telling my mama since then, that man weird, watch him. She ain't believe me. I sent it to her this morning, like, Ma, you believe me now?
We believe. That's really why I want to show y'all this story. Player say, Mama, you better watch him. He's weird. Dude, y'all don't need men. Y'all don't need men around. Y'all can do it all on yourself. Man, we know. We be knowing when shit ain't right. Because why? We not trying to hunch men. We understand when a person is weird looking or something. It's something flaky about Buddy. You know what I'm saying? But women, ain't nothing wrong with him. He's so nice. He God-fearing.
Earlier this month, Davion Johnson says Weaver was his younger sister's teacher.
I've been telling my mama for years, like, Ma, he weird, Ma, watch that man. He been my little sister's dance teacher. She was like 6th, 5th grade, and I've been telling my mama since then, that man weird, watch him. She ain't believe me. I sent it to her this morning, like, Ma, you believe me now?
We believe. I wonder, did she say, yeah, baby, I believe you now? Hell, she probably didn't. She probably did. I know women. But baby, what if they say it might not be true?
There were multiple assaults over multiple days.
Police allege that Weaver groomed the student. He was arrested at an off-site school event on Friday. According to Highland Park Police, the 29-year-old was allegedly dressed in disguise so school staff members would not recognize him.
He was dressed in disguise. Now, what disguise could he wear so staff members could not recognize him? What y'all think?
We had information that he had choreographed a show that was due to take place at a local college. The event occurred. We knew that the individual really wanted to attend it. However, George Washington Carver's staff advised him he should not attend it based on the pending allegations. And he was aware of that, so he took it upon himself to dress as an elderly female and gained access to the event.
He dressed as an elderly female to get into the event because he choreographed the event. Told y'all, if y'all think that you is a woman, if you feel like you is a woman, you is a woman. Shout out to Sanju for the $2 super chat. He say, where did the toy fall out of his ass, huh? I know he ain't walking around with a light up butt plug now. It's only supposed to be for porn. That's what's up, and or females in the club. Anyway, yeah. He gonna dress up like Madea. He gonna dress up like Madea. I'm finna go to see my choreograph. Books got to be Madea.
So Randy, when did the school learn about the incident and when did they take action?
Yeah, well, May 14th, that's when George Washington Carver Academy, the superintendent here, says that they learned of the incident, or rather the allegations, on May 14th. The following day, on May 15th, they say that they terminated that teacher. Now, at that school event, the off-site event in which the teacher had choreographed that dance routine, that's where he was taken into custody after school security recognized him. We have a statement from George Washington Carver Academy, which reads in part, "We have turned all information over to the Highland Park Police Department and are cooperating with the police investigation. Student safety and well-being are our #1 priority. As the matter is in the hands of law enforcement, we will not speculate as to the outcome of respect for the privacy and due process rights of all involved." Now, Weaver is in custody on a $250,000 bond. He is scheduled to be back in court next week.
All right, Randy, thank you for the live.
That's what's up. He done had relations between a 10 and a 12-year-old. I wonder what they have in common. Do y'all know that we don't give a damn about commonalities? I always want to use that word. We don't care about no damn commonalities. We be wanting to hunch each other. That's the one thing that we do all have in common. We have the ability to hunch one another. That's it. You need to be with somebody your own age. Well, now, him doing this like with a 10 or 12-year-old, obviously, that's just wrong. That's just absolutely right. And we do not condone that around here at the Willie Williams Show. Follow the law. We do condone, we condone you following the law. Now, that we condone. We do not condone this, and you need to be sent to prison like forever and all that fly stuff like that right there. When you dealing with this little age group right here, that little 10 to 12, they ain't even hit puberty yet. Like, they ain't start, they menstrual, nothing. You just out here. You know what I'm saying? You out here just faint dangling. But to each his own. You like what you like, and can't nobody change your mind. I do understand that right there. A lot of people may say, well, you have nothing in common. But what if your mindset is of a child? They say that we don't, our brain don't mature, or our brain don't fully develop until you're 24. Now, why is that a bad? I just thought about it. They tell us that, or they say, our scientists, our people with degrees, say that our brain don't fully develop until we 24 or 25. It's one of them right there. So after your brain fully developed, like, what you supposed to do? What's supposed to happen after your brain fully developed? I know you're thinking, and you're like, well, Willie, where you going with it? Well, let me go ahead and tell you where I'm going with it. Because people who is under 25, they make decisions that people over 25 make also. So if our brain is not fully developed until we're 24 or 25, damn it, it's one on. What does that mean? What's supposed to happen with a fully developed brain? Is this like that movie that I saw with is it Morgan Freeman and the lady who, damn it, they were sex trafficking. Well, they wasn't sex trafficking. They were using her as a drug mule, and like the package broke, and the dope, whatever dope that it was, it made her brain function at 100% or something like that. Now, I would say that is fully developed. You give me a right type of pill, the way I can do some magical stuff. But what does it mean? Lucy, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. The movie Lucy, real good movie. Real good movie. So it is at 25. They throw that up as if so everything that you had done did under 25, you should not be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. That is why they be saying that right there. Well, you know, this person is not fully developed. Well, if people is not fully developed, if the brain is not fully developed till 25, why do we have laws that you can become a parent, you can join the military, you can be a police officer, you can be any type of, you can do any career that you want to do before the age of 25. You can get into debt, you can do all of this stuff, but our brains have not, what's the word that I was using? Has not developed 100% yet. Say that you just watched that movie last week. It was very, very good. I love Lucy. I love that. But damn it, it's just the thought process of it. I be trying to find them type of pills and shit like that. I be wanting to come across this type of stuff. For real though. I don't understand why do we throw that up as some type of defense or something, or some type of excuse of why a decision was made. Well, you know, I was young, I was under 25, and my brain wasn't fully developed yet. But bitch, you 45 now. You just made the same decision that you made when you was 22. And it's crazy because you made the same decision again. You know the shit went bad the first time. You made the same. It's kind of like when females say that they are educated. I am educated. I got my degree. But bitch, you're making the same decision that a non-degree having person makes. So what does your degree mean? YG said that he was assaulted at 14 by a 30-year-old woman, and I bet that the woman is not in jail. The same thing that happened to what is the rapper out of Chicago? Chief Keef, I think. I think his baby mama was in her 20s and he was 15 or 16 or something like that. She ain't in jail. So it really goes back to when people say you need to be dating people your own age. What if they not fully developed? What their brains are fully developed, but they don't. That means nothing. They can still have the mindset of a child. They make children decisions. You could date somebody that's older than you and they not mature enough. Huh? I'm just saying. So like who like you. Date who want to date you. Just saying something. Stop following other people more. You got to stay within this age range, because if you 50, you should date somebody 45 to 55. For what? For what? It's just stupid. Stop letting people control your meat. Stop letting people control your monkey. It's yours. Control your own stuff. Just saying. Moving right along, I ain't gonna get much over, you know. We have a lost child. Or should I say we had a lost child. We had a lost child out here, but arrests have been made because we had a lost child. Who got arrested? I would say a loving mother and the dad. I think this child had a mama and a daddy. Y'all pay attention.
Police have taken 2 people into custody after a 3-year-old boy was found alone on the doorstep of a southeast Atlanta home. Good afternoon. I'm Lindsay Tuman in for Alex Whitler. Thanks for joining us. Now, this happened overnight on Belfort Road. Fox 5's Angelique Proctor joins us live from the scene with the latest. Angelique, what do we know?
Well, good afternoon, Lizzie. This neighborhood is actually
I ain't seen no chain like that right there since '97.
breathing a sigh of relief
Nice.
because it looks like this little boy is fine physically, although many are very much concerned about his emotional state. Now, the child was found in the yard that you see right behind me here about 10:30 last night. Now, we interviewed the mother of the 3-year-old as she tried to explain to us what happened. Then police came here and arrested or took her and another man into custody.
Shout out to Sanji for the. Oh, wait. I already read that one right there. My bad. Go ahead.
I had left and went to work last
Mama.
night about 3 or 4. My son was outside. My brother, he was going to the store, and the baby walked out the house, and he was in the neighborhood.
Atlanta police tell us a family heard the 3-year-old actually crying around 10:30 last night. And I talked to one of the family members who found the child and called police. He said the child had no clothes on and just underwear. He appeared to have an injured foot that was bleeding. Now, police have said the child looked malnourished, and that is why they called the Department of Family and Children's Services. This morning, neighbors say the mother was going door to door looking for the child. That's when Atlanta police moved in and took her and this man into custody this morning. We are waiting to hear what, if any, charges will be leveled there. Now, I talked with the man who saw the child. He said the child really never spoke, never uttered a word, and appeared to be very, very scared. We are live in Southeast Atlanta. Angelique.
They got their mama locked up out here in these street. Old player was outside, missing for a good little while. You say that I miss your super chat. I've been over here strolling up and down, and I cannot get back to the super chats. I have no idea how to pull up the old super chat. That is so strange to me. Participation or participants. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, well, yep. It is strange to me. I can't pull it back up. I am so sorry. So sorry. My bad. Listen. They got this baby. She out there with them tights. She was trying to solicit. She looked to me like she about 5'11" or something, but they arrested her aggressively. Look, watch
And I talked to one of the family members who found the child and called police. He said the child had no clothes on and just
Look at him,
underwear.
just
He appeared
rough.
to have an injured foot that was
But he got his pants down. Boy, y'all still with your pants up under your buttocks. It's a doggone shame. But this is good parenting. This is really, really good parenting. Now, let's not act like you ain't lost your children before either. Come on now. If you was not the person who have done lost your baby before, somebody you know done lost their baby before. Because babies, they grow up, they tend to get all grown, and they want to open up doors and shit and go outside on their own. I don't like how she was like talking. Well, my brother, and she was talking real slow.
of the 3-year-old.
Hold on.
As she tried to explain to us what happened.
This lady say she tried to explain. She right. She damn sure tried.
The police came here and arrested or took her and another man into custody.
Yeah, she blamed her brother, didn't it?
I had left and went to work last night about 3 or 4. My son was.
She left and went to work last night around by 3 or 4. 3 or 4 in the afternoon or 3 or 4 in the morning?
Outside. My brother, he was going to the store, and the baby walked out the house, and he was in the neighborhood.
My brother was going to the store, and my baby walked out the house and was circling the neighborhood.
He was going to the store, and the baby walked out the house, and he was in the neighborhood.
And the baby walked out the house, and he was in the neighborhood, chilling, smoking squares or something. You know, baby, who are you talking to? I just, children is best left with their mama them. We ain't need much trip. Move right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Bam. Get that down off my screen. Damn it, I wish that I could show enough find the doggone Cash App, but the super chat I do not see it. They will not let me even go back up to the top. I've been trying to find a way. What can I click on? Hold up, they say the pop-up. If I do the pop-up, I still can't find it. If I do it that way, let me close that up. Bring that back. You say the baby is the plug. Could be out there trapping. It's a whole problem. Move right along. I ain't gonna even hold you. Y'all, listen, we also streaming live on, what is the thing called? Rumble, rumble.com, the Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for being over there, man. Go ahead on and hit the thumbs up, hit the share button. I do see y'all. I do see y'all. We also streaming live on Twitch, twitch.tv.com, the Willie Williams Show. We're at 253 followers. We need 255 by the week's end. Let's see if we can go on to get that there up. Now, we streaming live on Twitter, but I can't seem to pull the thing up over here. This is a whole shame. It's a whole shame. If I click explore, I may can find something, but it's not gonna allow me to find it because I used to have this thing that's on the side that'll pop up and I would just be able to go ahead on and click on it, but I'm not able to see it or clicked on it. Nah, no Bud ain't just get stabbed. He got stabbed in my face. That's what's up. What else we got up here in these streets? Matter of fact, let me go ahead on and start to remove some stuffs. Got to remove some stuff to two people. Yeah, they full of it. Get that there out the way. Did I do the teacher? I did the teacher. We got the teacher. We got the good little daddy. We got the good parents. Okay, all right, bam. I think this is it. Ooh, how many of y'all eat at Taco Bell? Little nasty. Hey, boy, I try to tell y'all something. Hold on. We have a Taco Bell employee who done spit inside the customer nacho cheese. They say because they were beefing. They was beefing. So spit was inside the nacho cheese. I got a question to ask y'all. Would y'all go to a restaurant to where the person who you beefing with gets the opportunity to make your food? Something wrong. Something really, really wrong with you. I ain't even much gonna say it because y'all gonna say that I'm bashing. Let me just go ahead and put up on the screen. Here we go.
To our viewers at the dinner hour, this next story may make you lose your appetite. A fast food employee facing charges tonight accused of spitting in a customer's food.
Look at that light of you sister. Look at that light of you sister. She probably out there slinging it back.
Of spitting in a customer's food. Felicia Archer was arrested earlier this month, now facing culpable negligence charges. Milton police say it happened at the Taco Bell on Highway 90 in Milton.
WEAR's Karis Harmon joins us now, and Karis Police Chief Jennifer Frank says surveillance cameras captured Archer spitting in the food.
Yeah, that's right, and I spoke with the victim today. She tells me she's just glad she double-checked her food before eating it. Kristen Royal was picking up food with her roommate at the Taco Bell on Highway 90 in Milton on May 6th. But when they got the food, they realized they got more than the 10-piece nuggets and nacho fries that they ordered.
This looks like spit. This is spit. Who the hell spits in somebody's nacho cheese? I was livid.
This is very unique.
When did Taco Bell start selling nuggets?
Milton police arrested Felicia Archer after they say she was caught on surveillance camera spitting in Royal's food. Full surveillance video was not made available to us, but Milton PD did share a screenshot, telling us Archer is the employee in the middle, and sharing this picture of the nacho cheese.
It looked like somebody put a snot rocket over my nacho cheese. It was stringy, it was disgusting, and all I did was open the cheese, and it was stringy and disgusting, and it looked straight like a loogie.
During Milton's investigation, police say Archer admitted to spitting in Royal's food because of what Archer described as beef.
She decided to admit, yeah, I spit in her food because you know we beefing, right?
Involving Archer's boyfriend and Royal.
To some, it
that meat
may not seem like a serious crime. It's certainly something that Milton wants to pay attention to, right? We all want to know that we can go to our local establishments and feel safe and know that the food that we're getting is something that's appropriate.
Chief Frank says Archer is banned from the property, and Royal says she's also facing consequences. She was an employee at the Taco Bell prior to this incident, working the day shift while she says Archer was on nights.
All these to work together. Go ahead.
The only excuse I was given when I was told to bring my uniform in to get my last check was that it was all over social media, which was against Taco Bell policy. Mind you, was not my doing. And then the other excuse that was used was the fact that apparently service was going to be going down due to the incident, and that Pace would be receiving all of the service, so he had to lay people off.
Taco Bell employees could not discuss what happened because they are not permitted to discuss personnel issues. Royal, now 2 weeks out of a job, says she's struggling to find work, but she says she's glad she had the nerve to check her food.
9 times out of 10, if I go back to work or back to Taco Bell to get food, it was usually to bring it home to, my friends or my friends' kids or my roommate or whatever, and the fact that my roommate was with me in the car and she could have ate that, but she didn't.
Now, the case is already closed. Archer was in court today where she pleaded no contest. She was found guilty and sentenced to 6 months probation. In the studio, Karis Harmon.
6 months probation for doing something as nasty as you want to be out here in these streets. You say, can she sue? I think she can. Hell, and she also got fired by some things that happen online because Taco Bell, they do not recommend you posting, and you work for Taco Bell, especially like in uniform. And I still don't know why a whole bunch of y'all is posting shit in y'all uniform. I know that y'all see other people across the country have on their uniforms and they post stuff and it seems like they still got their doggone job. But when you get fired, you can do all the complaining that you want to do. But it's so many videos about other people with the uniform on, they still got their damn job. Yep. But they decide to fire you. Stop posting in uniform. For one, let's just do that. And then a lot of times it depends on your job. Your opinions can affect the company that you work for. So be careful. Everything that's not meant to be said, but if you just can't keep it to your doggone self, go ahead on and put it up on social media. Please help us and entertain us. You know what I'm saying? But this will say, yeah, we was beefing. You damn right I did. Damn it, I do it again.
In the middle and sharing this picture of the nacho cheese.
It looked like somebody put a snot rocket up in my nacho cheese. It was stringy, it was disgusting, and all I did was open the cheese, and it was stringy and disgusting, and it looked straight like a loogie.
During Milton's investigation, police say Archer admitted to spitting in Royal's food because of what Archer described as beef involving Archer's boyfriend and Royal.
Yeah, we beefing over that meat, spitting it's food. And think about it. How did she know that she was in the drive-thru? How did she know that she was ordering and she was in the drive-thru? How did she know that the next person who finna get their food is her in the drive-thru? Unless she was just passing through and she saw them in the drive-thru. Oh, hell, because they work together, so she know her voice. She probably came up there slicking, hey, it's such and such in there. And then, you know how y'all be out here talking, alerting your ops that you in the drive-thru. Y'all play too much. But the things like this, it needs to start being like a 5-year sentence. You spending somebody's food, let's at least start y'all with a mandatory minimum at 5 years. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Moving right along, I ain't gonna eat much hold you. Just saying something. We will not stop the things that go on the planet if we is not holding people accountable for the things that goes on the planet. I'm trying to change laws. I'm trying to do a whole bunch of things. I saw this right here, but I didn't watch this story, so let me, I don't know. Oh, okay, player got 30 years. Got to be more careful. Just so hurt my little feelings to get that much time. But anyway, I saw this, but I didn't, we can go ahead on and speak on it. I have no idea what these people is finna say, but the headlines say, the story say, an 11-year-old girl was pulled off of a bike and sexually abused by a stranger. Sexually abused by a stranger. Let's see what they're talking about.
Now to an Eyewitness News exclusive. An 11-year-old girl kidnapped and groped by a stranger who grabbed her off of her bicycle at a park in Queens.
Okay, kidnap and grope. How can I say it? That's better than being kidnapped and raped. Those are two different things. Kidnapped and felt on, that's way, they both bad. Let's just get that clear. They're both bad, but this one is better than raped and sexually assaulted. Here we go.
Father who was following her.
By a stranger who grabbed her off of her bicycle at a park in Queens.
Her father, who was following her, raced to stop the man. And now that man is under arrest. It happened about this time on Monday at Forest Park.
Ooh, her daddy was right there.
And the victim's father tells his little girl is now afraid to leave their home.
China Rivero is live in Glendale with a story you will only see on...
I got a question. So how far should you let your child cycle in front of you? What is we doing?
Eyewitness News. Tanya.
Bill and Sade, the abduction and attack happened here on the north end of Forest Park, and it really was a parent's nightmare. Imagine you are spending a beautiful day in the park with your child. You lose sight of her for just a moment, and a stranger snatches her right off her bike.
Shout out to Mr. Gino for the $2 super chat. He said sent a story about a kid in the motel parking lot. I got to look that there up.
Yo solo encontré la bicicleta tirada. Yo no estaba mi hija.
I saw only her overturned bicycle, this devastated father says, and my daughter was not there.
She is not dead. This father is crying. I told y'all, we different. Go ahead.
And my daughter was not there. Through jagged sobs, 37-year-old Dimas Reyes, who doesn't speak English and did not want to show his face, described how a sweet Monday afternoon in Forest Park with his 11-year-old daughter turned sour in a matter of minutes. Reyes says he was walking behind her as she rode her bike. She got a bit ahead and he lost sight of her for just a moment.
Cuando ella gritó, me decía, papá, papá.
He says she cried out for him, and when he ran to find her, all he saw was her abandoned bike. Then, a man holding his daughter down in the bushes. Reyes yelled out, and the man ran. ¿Todo pasó muy rápido?
Muy rápido. Y le dijo que la iba a matar.
He told her he would kill her, Reyes says. He hit her several times and groped her. Police say the suspect, 44-year-old Teddy Musignac, was caught nearby. He was arraigned this morning on charges including kidnapping, assault, and sexual abuse. He's expected in court Friday. Residents and park workers are shocked this happened in the popular Forest Park.
I feel like it's very safe. I mean, it's the first time I've ever heard anything like this, ever.
I think he said that he heard his daughter screaming, "Papa, Papa, Daddy, Daddy," in case y'all don't know. That's some scary shit. That is some scary shit. Oh my God. And just think about the children who scream for like their mama and or their daddy, and they do not get saved by their mama and or their daddy.
I think it's really terrible that you have people just walking around the street and just grabbing little children off a bike.
The 11-year-old was...
Okay, all right. Say, he may be crying, Willie. We can't see no tears. You say men are actors too. I'm just saying, you right about that right there. You was right about that right there. Mm-hmm.
Treated at a hospital for minor injuries. Her father says she has night terrors, cannot sleep, and does not want to leave their apartment. She did, however, reluctantly return to her 6th grade classroom today. Live in Glendale, Queens.
You right about that right there, but we can also say this right here. At least he did fake it if he was faking. If he was fake crying, well, obviously we couldn't see because he did not want to identify himself, because if you can identify him, you can identify his daughter, and you don't want to put your child through that if you don't have to. We got to give him credit for faking it then. We did the story yesterday. Remember the story yesterday when the mama and her mama was sitting right by her and her baby had done died? Like the same day or the day before, and they did like the interview. They didn't even they ain't even fake it. Straight faced it us. She straight faced it us on national television. At least he did. You know what I'm saying? He even caught me off guard because I didn't even know that this was her father. I thought that this was just a random person who she was telling the story to.
Cuando ella gritó, me decía, papá, papá.
He says she cried out for him, and when he ran to find her, all he saw was her abandoned bike. Snatches her right off her bike.
Yo solo encontré la bicicleta tirada.
I saw only her overturned bicycle.
See, at least he faking it if he is faking it, though. At least we can assume he was crying. You got a lot of mothers who is not even, I'm trying to tell you that, they ain't finna cry. Not today.
This devastated father says, and my daughter was not there. Through jagged
Say Willie, he don't want ICE to find them. You may got a point now.
sobs, 37-year-old Dimas Reyes, who doesn't speak English and did not want to show his face, described how a sweet Monday afternoon in...
And now we have to also think, I thought that he was bike riding with his daughter. No. He was like walking behind her while she was riding the bike, which he should have never let her get out of his sight. Should that also falls under child neglect or something like that, right? I think it should fall under something like that right there. And I do understand that a lot of parents go through this right here, but yeah, it still should be some type of charge, whether it's male or female. But because it's a man, I'm gonna say it should have been some type of charge that you just lost sight of your damn baby, and that should be a charge. It's like kind of like no difference in leaving your child in the damn car because you ain't got no sight. You ain't got no eyes on your child. Huh? Nah, maybe.
Forest Park with his 11-year-old daughter turned sour in a matter of minutes.
I bet he ain't gonna never, ever take her back to this park.
Reyes says he was walking behind her as she rode her bike. She got a bit ahead and he lost sight of her for...
Hey, look, daddy, I can do it. And she was taking on off, and, you know, he got a little weight on him. He couldn't keep up with her. You know what I'm saying? And split second. That's how things happen a lot of times. Moving right along. I ain't gonna even much hold you. Yep. And listen, they said that the community is safe and all this stuff. The park is safe. Don't nothing happen in this park until something happened in that park. At least don't be the first victim. At least don't be the first victim of a good neighborhood. Don't do it. It's not a good look. I'm just trying to tell you something. Hold on. Okay, I just did that one. We did that one, and I had one of these I wanted to do. What was Buddy? Oh, this is a story here. Listen, if y'all just not coming on in, we also streaming live on Rumble, The Willie Williams Show, Twitter, and Twitch, The Willie Williams Show. Thank y'all for already being there and giving the player thumbs ups. I really do appreciate that right there. Let me go ahead on and give y'all this one right here. We can get this doggone Memorial Day advertisement off the screen. The hell is Amazon doing? Trying to get this baby beautiful pickup. Man, can it look? Oh, how do you delete these doggone things? Let me go all the way down. Hold on. Whoa. I see what you're doing. Hold on. Let me get my eyes back on it. Bam. I just want to get that picture up here first. Oh, Lord. Somebody's talking. They cussing me out in the comment section. I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm finna read it in just a second. I'm just trying to line this little story up right here. Okay. He say, Willie, you can really act ignorant sometimes. You're going to shame the father for his daughter getting molested. You taking the new low, bro. Say you really act ignorant sometimes. Ignorant means that I don't know what happened. When I just found out what happened the same time y'all found out what happened. So ignorant I can't be because we just found out at the same time. I didn't speak about anything other than what we saw. He said you're going to shame the father for his daughter getting molested. I don't know what part of the shame. He said, I still love you. I love you too. But listen. I just want to be clear. You say I tried to shame the father, or I shamed the father for his daughter getting molested. I didn't shame the father. I was first to say, damn, you see how he's crying? He's crying. He's doing something that women, like a lot of women, they don't do when their children die. Meaning that he... in my opinion, he cares more about his child who was touched than the women whose child dies. Just saying. I was just pointing that out. So you're taking a new low how? I don't understand. You say I said that he should be charged. I said that there should be charges. And, well, I guess that does say that he should be charged. But then I said that it should be like that for everybody. If something happens to your child, let's just say like you was in the house and your child is in the house, whatever happens to your child, whatever bad happens to your child, it's on your watch. Like if a child get a hold of your gun, you need to be held responsible. You, whoever in the house with the child, need to be held responsible. When children get a hold of guns, we always say, or we often say, that the parent need to be held responsible because, you know, the parent could have prevented this. Where was the parent? Why wasn't the parent watching the child? In my mind, he lost sight of his child and something happened to his child. That's all I'm saying. And I'm trying to make it fair. I'm trying to make it fair all across the board, when you leave a child in the car or something like that and something happened to, a lot of times things that don't happen to the children when they're in the car is just somebody see the children is left inside the car and they be sweating and all that fly shit and they can't take the heat. You know what I'm saying? Those people need to be held accountable too. Why? Because they don't have sight of their children and they left them in a hot car. That's all I was trying to do. I don't know. Think about this right here. Let me explain also. If he was really, really crying, if he's really, really hurt, let me explain why. Because he lost sight of his daughter. He blames himself. Because he know if he wouldn't have lost sight of his daughter, this would have not happened to his daughter. See, he feels bad. Believe in me, he blames himself for what happens. You say, Willie, think about it. The guy is happy walking back from the park with his daughter on her. She gets a little ahead of him and some fool grabs her. Come on, any brother would put him 6 feet under. I'm not saying that the dude shouldn't be knocked off. He lost sight of his daughter. He blames himself. That means that he feels he neglected his own child. Just saying. I just think that it should be laws in place. Yeah, listen. Any father would blame their self because they did not protect their child. They lost sight, and you lose sight of your child. That is neglect. Am I right, y'all? Somebody tell me, am I right or am I wrong? Huh? If you was in a grocery store and you lose sight of your child go missing. Isn't that like a form of neglect or negligence? I think we need to go with negligence. It's got to be some type of negligence. I'm just saying. I don't. Yeah, he is way more mad at himself. I promise you. If he cares like that, then he's way more mad at himself. I don't know. Or I could just be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, let me give y'all this story, man, and let y'all go on up out of here. I like the conversation, though. I really, really do. Let me grab this. We got a lighter hue sister. Let me go ahead and put it up on the screen real quick. We got a lighter hue sister. She's also a teacher. The lighter hue sister is a teacher. Yeah. She's in trouble with the law. They say, listen to the title now. Watch. Texas student teacher who allegedly had sex with a teen told the cops that she saw him as a little brother. Shout out to you good people who is down with incest, who have no problem with smashing your sisters, have no problem with smashing your brothers. You can get upset with what I just had done said, but there's so many people who have had sexual relationships with their siblings. And my man, to each his own. Do you, your life. Let's go ahead and just stroll it down. Let's hear her story. A Texas school teacher who admitted, let me say that again, a Texas high school student teacher who admitted to having sex with a teen boy she taught told the cops that she saw him as a little brother. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. Dorian or Dorian, I don't know, Christine Rogers, 22, has been charged with second-degree felony in improper relationship between an educator and a student. She first met the boy at a grocery store where the pair worked at the time before she became a student teacher at Rouse High School in Leader, a suburb in North Austin. Rogers, who had been working at the high school since January this year, was reported to authorities in April by a student who said that she had personal knowledge. So a female student had personal knowledge of the teacher being involved in a sexual relationship with a minor. Oh, watch this. Remember I've been telling y'all for the longest that we act like students don't know that it's illegal to have a relationship with adults. If they didn't know that it was illegal, why do it be students who be telling on the teachers? In my mind, a lot of it is just jealousy. But anyway, the sheriff who provided a voicemail from the woman identified as Rogers by Williamson County, in which she admitted to sending explicit photos to a 17-year-old boy. Oh, he's 17. That's what's up. You say her alleged victim initially denied illicit relationships to police until he was confronted with messages detectives found on his phone between him and Rogers discussing the Plan B contraceptive pill. Bam. Now, typically, if you is on birth control, you shouldn't take Plan B. He been 22, smashing a teenager, and not on birth control. The name of the game is deny unless somebody presents you with proof. So shout out to the people who be lying until somebody comes with some proof. Rogers denied having sex with the boy in her police interview and described the relationship as that of a big sister and a little brother. Yeah, look at that baby. She graduated from Texas out here in these streets. Oh, she cute in the face too. That's what's up. Gone, sister. She then admitted to having sex with the student just one time, in his truck in the parking lot near the H-E-B grocery store where they both work after she was confronted with the text evidence, the affidavit say. Now listen, they had to show her proof for her to say, okay, I did have sex with him one time. That's what's up. Rogers warned the student to avoid inappropriate comments in front of the school staff as she was interviewing for a position there. Oh. A video of Rogers taking a Plan B pill and a screenshot of the receipt was also found on her phone by detectives. So that baby got peed in. And she did the right thing. She took a Plan B. So she held herself responsible. Okay. I'm going to let the little minor pee in me because it feels so good to go raw and get peed in. But I don't want to have his baby right now. And in my mind, I do believe that the 17-year-old was pushing for her to take a Plan B. And he needed her to prove it. Prove to me that you took the Plan B, which is very, very smart. But the sad part is he went raw and he allowed himself to pee in her. Just saying, I don't care that you all be teens. Y'all still got to protect yourselves. Because these babies will have your baby and put your ass on child support knowing that you is still a minor. And that's legal. It's legal. A adult can get pregnant from a teenager. Having sex with the teenager is illegal. But the adult can then turn around and put the teenager on child support, and the courts will order him to pay child support, and the whole relationship is illegal. The child support, though, is legal. Got it. Yeah, baby. Another text thread between Rogers and a friend described a previous sexual relationship between her and a different child who was 17 at a student at Lynn Deer Independent School District at the time. So she was smashing not just one 17-year-old, but another one. The school principal sent out a letter to the families of the students on Friday following the Rogers arrest. The individual was not a ISD or Ruse High School employee and was immediately removed from the campus once the district was made aware of the situation. The letter from Ruse High School principal, Vincent Hawkins, whatever. Any accusations of misconduct did not happen on our campus during school hours or at any school-sponsored events. That's just to let parents know you cannot sue us. You know what I'm saying? He said Rogers was booked into the Williams County Jail on Friday and was released the following day on a $20,000 bond. She is next due in court on June the 4th for a pre-indictment docket call. Arrest show. That's what the arrest show. He like a brother though. You know, he's like a big sister, big brother. Is it wrong for your sister to teach you some things? Is it wrong for your brother to teach you some things? Because it would be teaching out of love, right? No, maybe so. Huh? You say she's a serial rapist. She's a serial map. You got a point. Because not just one 17-year-old. Oh, but what state is this in? Hold on. What state is with? Texas. If I'm not mistaken, Texas is 18, right? Hold on. What is the age of consent in Texas? The age of consent is 17. The legal age of consent is 17 years old. This means that the person is considered capable of giving consent to sexual activities once they reach the age of 17. Engaging in sexual activities with someone under 17 can result in criminal charges. Oh, and Texas does have a Romeo-Juliet law also. That's what's up. Shout out to Texas. But yeah, so she's not charged. So she's not charged with any type of sexual battery or nothing like that. It's legal. Hold up. She on a $20,000 bond. Rogers was booked at the county, okay, and suspicious of misconduct happening during the school hours. So she wasn't charged. Well, what the hell was she charged with? Hold up. I'm trying to scroll back down. Sexual relationship. We got that right there, but it's legal. I can understand if she's charged with, being in a position of power. That's just another way for them to be able to arrest you. Her relationship confronted by the messages. He was like my brother though. That's what's up. Hold on. Admitted to sex with the. I ain't need much tripping. Allegedly had sex and she told the police. I don't remember the charges. Just saying. Got to be more careful. Hey, old man. She gonna go ahead on and buy. Hell, she already out on the 20 grand because she 22 and she cute. So she's young tender, and somebody had done went on ahead on the bun that baby on that. Somebody really smashed. Moving right along. I ain't gonna eat much hold you. I'm just trying to help. Trying to help her sister. Hold on. I think I did end it, didn't it? Bam. Let me end it right there. Get that there off. I don't remember what they charged this baby with. Oh, second-degree felony. She has been charged with a second-degree felony, improper relationship between an educator and a student. See? Yeah. Oh, I saw some. You say you got so much smoke for the. Whoa, wait a minute. Is y'all mad with me? Wait. You got so much smoke for the failing of a father who should have told his child to stay where I can see you. BT will be mad. People say he failed as a parent, but will be mad. I'm thinking that you meant but to where I can see you, but will be mad that people say he failed as a parent. I ain't got no smoke for that, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Listen. That's him and his baby. I don't give a damn if he's saved or not. See, I don't care like that. I don't fuck what be happening with these goddamn people. But I ain't got no smoke for buddy. I am just pointing out that he sounds like he cares. He really did sound like he cares, and he blamed himself. Which I think that's what a good parent does. They do blame themselves if something happens to their child. I just see a lot that females just really don't be blaming themselves for what happened to their children. So I don't see how I got so much smoke for him. I ain't say nothing bad about Buddy. Or did I? I don't remember. Give y'all a pat on the back, boy. Y'all done made it to the end of the 999 news around here in these streets. I don't know. I don't pretend to care. Don't get it twisted. I just the same way I call out them females, the same way I'm gonna call out them men. Hey, man. It's just a good thing that he was able to go ahead on and save his daughter. We say, okay, my mom is a 2-time tour vet, E6 retired. My pops is a one-tour vet. What the F do you mean? What is going on in the comment section? Who is the war vets and who ain't a war vet? What y'all got going on? No. What is y'all talking about? Y'all arguing? Y'all got to stop that. This is all entertainment, people. Y'all finna go on to get up out of it, man. I really do appreciate y'all rocking with the player. We will also streaming live on Rumble, Twitter, and Twitch. I still cannot pull up my Twitter. I don't know what the hell was going on. It was a problem. It shouldn't have been a problem. And damn, I might not do Twitch tomorrow. For a specific reason. But no matter where y'all was watching the player at, thank y'all for the thumbs ups and all that fly stuff right there. I'm finna go on and get on up out of here, man. And y'all please remember, go out to the Willie Williams Show #7 channel, watch standalone videos. Go to the Agree and Accept channel. Trying to do some uploads over there. And hell, just remember to go to the WillieWilliamsShow.com. Subscribe to the website. That way you can see everything that a player got going on, because it be in different places. You say seems like someone bipolar kicking Willie. I don't know what's wrong. I ain't do nothing. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I want to thank y'all for being around here. I hope that y'all had a good time, man. I be trying. We finna go ahead on and get on up out of here. Y'all have a good one. I'm gonna see y'all mañana. I'm gone now.